Tonight on CTV News at 5, the year-long closure of a section of Frederick Street begins. What is fully closed until November of next year and how it will impact driving in the city. Plus, we've got 3 simple steps for instantly elevating your look, your home, and your mindset this holiday season. A style expert shows us the Effortless Holiday Edit. And the second fastest teddy bear toss in Guelph franchise history. Thousands of plush toys rain down from the audience at the Sleeman Center. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. First at 5, Frederick Street in Kitchener is now closed as crews prepare to demolish the bridge this coming weekend. The bridge demolition and replacement is part of the larger Highway 7 expansion project. The MTO says Frederick Street will remain closed for most of the next year. There will also be lane reductions on the expressway during this time. The City of Kitchener saying it's a long time for a road closure, but it will be worth it.
So I know that there's about 17,000 people that commute from Kitchener to Guelph and Guelph to Kitchener every day, and so we need to really open up that corridor. It's been a long time coming, and so happy to see some movement and some investment, but it will be short-term pain for sure.
CTV's Jeff Pickle will have more on this coming up at 6. A longtime Waterloo Racket Club is back after being gutted by a fire 2 years ago. Property owners Marsland Centre Limited said it cost upwards of $11 million to rebuild the former Greystone Racket Club. It's now called the Club at Northfield. In addition to bringing back the tennis, pickleball and squash courts, the space has been reimagined.
Reformer Pilates has a space in the building. Black Knight has an office space and showroom here, which is a Canadian racket company. And Waterloo Sports Medicine has a clinic on site.
At 6, CTV's Spencer Turcott hears from longtime members about what it means to be back. A smoking e-bike battery forced an overnight evacuation at the Bridges shelter in Cambridge on Saturday. Around 12:40 in the morning, a lithium-ion battery overheated in one of the apartment units. A resident moved the battery into a stairwell. Smoke filled the 2nd and 3rd floors, prompting an evacuation. No one was hurt and minimal damage was reported.
It very well could have been a close call, but quick actions by the occupants, hearing the sound and realizing that that battery was realizing that there was something wrong with the battery and to remove it from the apartment itself.
Hannah Schmidt will have more on this coming up at 6. And the Preston community showed its holiday spirit this weekend, a group of volunteers feeding neighbors who needed it most. Hannah Schmidt also has this story.
In a season with long to-do and shopping lists, some Preston residents hit pause to give back.
You walk outside and we see people everywhere that might not have the warmth and comfort that we have.
On Sunday, community members prepared and then handed out hot meals in Central Park to people experiencing homelessness.
It was less than 2 weeks ago. Started emailing businesses, got some very quick responses, wonderful responses, and then from that, community came together to donate lots of winter warmth.
Thank you! Don't worry.
Local restaurants and businesses also stepped up, donating meals, warm clothing, and winter essentials.
I'm very happy to be able to support something that I believe is very essential for the community. I think food should be accessible to everyone.
I just knew there was something special here, and the cause, of course, is very special, so it's something I believe in and think we need to do more of in this community.
Volunteers also made stops at shelters across Cambridge, like the Bridges, to drop off food, snacks, and more.
Winter clothing, big jackets, blankets, it's survivable. However, this is turning out to be a pretty nasty winter so far.
Volunteers say the need is growing and the community is stepping up.
From just a simple, hey, are you willing to help me out here? And that to me is community, and that to me screams, not even speaks, what needs to be done gets done. And that's the simplicity of it.
What started as a small idea quickly grew into a community-wide effort. And even though it lasted just a few hours, organizers hope the message lasts much longer.
When there's the right time and the right season, the right reason, we will do whatever we can.
It's like a growing garden. The more you plant beauty and grass, the less weeds, right? And so the more beauty we put out there and the more goodness we put out there, it just keeps growing.
Hannah Schmidt, CTV News, Cambridge.
Well, you can see the snow on the ground in that story there.
It's hard to miss in most parts of the region at the moment. I mean, as you know, Colton, and most of our viewers, I'm sure that there was plenty of the white stuff that fell over the weekend, starting Friday night, and certainly Mother Nature isn't about to stop. No. We are in the thick of it, but the good news is, Colton, it's not going to be as much as quickly as we saw over the last few days. We will start to see a little bit, but first let's take a look at our radar now. You can see there is a small band of precipitation just coming up from the south of the United States there. That's going to hit us overnight tonight, but right now we are just seeing a bit of cloud cover, and it is going to cause a little bit of blowing snow from what's already fallen, but overall accumulation not going to be too significant over the next 24 hours. Temperature-wise, however, Colton, this is another part of the story. We're sitting at -5. Now, we were only predicting a -3 low today, or high, I should say, but it has gotten cooler and will continue to do so overnight, and, it will feel a little bit colder, but good news is the sun's coming up, and I'll have those details coming up a little later in the show. But first, let's take a look outside in Kitchener this evening. You can see that cloud cover lingering there, but no falling snow at the moment. So get out, ice your sidewalks, and get ready for round 10, because it's coming tonight.
Definitely need to do that myself, but I'll take the little break from the snow. And here's what you need to know. Get in the Christmas spirit at St. Peter's Lutheran Church Friday night. It's holding a dramatic reading of A Christmas Carol. Tickets are $15, and it all gets underway at 7:30. We'll be right back. Well, it's the holiday season, and that can mean a lot of stress if you're hosting some people or even going to an event and having to dress up for it. But style expert Afia Francisco here with me from Toronto today just to explain to us some effortless ideas for that holiday season.
You said it, Colton. You know what? All year round, it's like frenzy. We have things to do. The holidays, it seemed to increase tenfold the pressure. So what I would say is we want to alleviate ourselves of unnecessary stress.
Okay, so I guess speaking of that necessary stress, how do we alleviate some of that?
So first off, I'm going to say delegate where you can and don't take on more than you need to just for that Instagram ready picture, right? So if you love a Martha Stewart vibe and that brings you joy, do that. That's great. If the thought of that gives you heart palpitations and you're like, that is anxiety producing, I don't want to do that, well then, maybe you want to do a potluck. You ask friends and family to bring a dish each. You delegate where you can, small tasks. Alleviate yourself from unnecessary pressure, and then you give gifts with intention. So the idea behind it is the most important thing, and then let's give ourselves a bit of a break.
Okay, so you call it the effortless edit?
That's it.
Okay, perfect. So starting with kind of the fashion, what does that look like?
So what that looks like, even what you were saying, we have events to go to, that might cause some people some stress. You have the work engagements, you're getting together with friends. That might, for some of us, if you don't know what to wear, that feels stressful. So what I would suggest for this season is that you pick 2 outfits that you have on the ready. They look good, they can mix and match, they work well from day to evening. And then when you have those go-tos, it just removes that unknowingness, which is what can sometimes heighten the stress, and it allows you to enjoy the process. So I know I have those outfits on the ready. I'm going to look good doing it. All good to go.
Is there any worry about reposting a photo in that same outfit from another event?
Listen, if you're not getting paid to do it, then there is no worry behind it. That's what I say. And I think there's actually something very chic about wearing your clothes. I think that that's something that we need to migrate back towards, are things that we love and use them again and again and again. I think that that's beautiful.
There's a reason we have it. We don't need to just throw it away.
Exactly.
So there's a little more fashion trends along here, some other ideas?
So I should say everything here is from Marshalls. So again, alleviating that stress, one-stop shop. I got my outfit, I got my gifts, I got gifts for myself while I was at it, all from one place because it really is a lovely destination and great price point, as we know. But throughout the season, I also want to gift things that also facilitate that moment of ease that we're talking about. So whether that's the teas of the world, so every month you have something, or every week, depending on how much you drink, I suppose, there's a different new tea for you to discover. Cashmere, for example, that's something that feels so luxurious and decadent, but when you get something that's at a great price point, as we did here at Marshalls, a lovely way to gift, and it's that beautiful balance of practicality and luxury, which is, I think, the vibe we always want throughout the season. a puzzle, a hand massager. Again, things that are going to allow that time and just like decadence at home. You don't necessarily have to fight the elements. We know they're on their way. We're going to have, you know, the snow and all that coming. So things that are just going to make your home that respite.
Throw your hand into a hand massager after some shoveling. That's a great idea.
Pretty fancy.
And is this lazy or is this effortless or what is this?
I think that this is an effortless balance.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about balance. There are very few of us that I think could really be defined as lazy. We are working hard. We are doing so many things. And so when you have those moments of like dialing it down, it's like, let's own that. Let's accept it. And it's particularly if it's a gift, it might give you that allowance to say, you know what? This was a gift given to me. Let me massage my hands for 5 minutes because that was something that was thought of for me.
Yes, I love that. And is that something you've kind of seen in the trends, is that we need a little more relaxation?
100%. And I think more than anything, we almost need the permission for relaxation. So it's like being able to enjoy that downtime, because it's not so much downtime if you're sitting there and you're thinking about the million things that you have to do, right?
Yes.
So we want those moments of intentionality and practicality so that we've carved that out so we can actually enjoy it when we're doing it.
Oh, I love it. Well, that's all the time we have. It is the perfect effortless edit for the season. And no, looking forward to kind of taking some time for myself as well this season. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Colton.
There we go. Let's go. This is all stuff that I've bent.
Still ahead on CTV News at 5, meet the University of Waterloo football coach focused on beefing up the defensive line, the interesting life of Rob McMirren, and his continued commitment to strength. And here's what you need to know. The 3rd annual Indigenous Art Market is on Sunday at the Victoria Park Pavilion. From 11 in the morning until 3, scratch off some of those Christmas list items with some locally made goodies. We'll be right back. Ashley Bacon is back to talk a little bit about this weather. And Ashley, a nice day without that snow falling, but still pretty chilly.
Absolutely, Colton. Temperatures are sitting below seasonal right now and will continue to do so for the next 24 hours or so. But the good news is, for the moment, the snowfall has stopped. However, Colton, it's going to start back up pretty soon indeed. Let's take a look outside back in Kitchener this afternoon. You can see that it is quite dark already. The sun's setting just before 5 p.m. now. The cloud cover, there's not much stars in the sky tonight, or the moon. You can't really see it. What we will start to see in the next few minutes and hours is a little bit of snowfall. We're not going to see a significant amount over the next 24 hours. And let's take a look at our future cast here. This is what's going to impact. So this is by 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we will see a band of precipitation come through overnight, and that will start to clear out by the morning rush hour. And by noon, 1 p.m., it will be clear in Kitchener-Waterloo. So we will see a few centimeters of precipitation over the next 24 hours, but not like we've seen in the last 72. In total, we're looking at around 4 centimeters of snow for the Waterloo region. So again, compared to what we saw over the weekend, not as significant. Temperature-wise, we're sitting at -5 right now, so feeling quite cool right now. Our average for this time of year is around 2 degrees, so significantly lower. You're definitely going to need an extra layer or two if you're headed out. Overall, throughout southern Ontario, sitting around that -3 mark on average. Overnight conditions, periods of snow will continue through the evening, as I mentioned, -7, but feeling closer to -10 with the wind chill. It is not going to be as windy as we saw over the weekend, about 15 kilometers an hour. So definitely a little bit windy, but not nearly as bad as we saw on Friday and Saturday. 0 for tomorrow with periods of snow. When it hovers around that 0 mark, that could mean also some sleet or rain conditions depending on where you are. Now, temperatures are expected to dip into tomorrow night, which means that could freeze over. So you do want to take care tomorrow evening as that temperature drops and we get some cooler, icy conditions. Looking at our almanac, as mentioned, 2 is our normal for this time of year. we were expecting a high of -3, so just slightly under that. Records back in 1982 at 13.9. And as I mentioned, that sun is setting just before 5 o'clock now. In our 5-day forecasts, Waterloo region, we're looking at snow on Wednesday as well, 40% chance for flurries. The sun may make a peak on Thursday with some chance for flurries, with the sun coming back in full force on Friday with a high of -4. And lastly, on Saturday, we're looking at more winter-like conditions for your Saturday. So be prepared, have those shovels ready. It's not over yet. Okay, next, a University of Waterloo football coach is getting a major honor, winning the Ontario University Athletics Assistant Football Coach of the Year. But Colton tells us his commitment to improvement spills over into everything he does.
There we go. Let's go.
It's a weekly occurrence at Rob McMirren's house in Waterloo. Linemen from the Warriors University football team lifting weights with their coach.
We got to get bigger and stronger. That's why the guys are out here lifting right now.
We're with guys that we love. We love lifting weights. Our coach loves it too. We're building a better bond, better relationship. Yeah, we love it here.
McMirren, who works in the university's shipping and receiving department, has been a volunteer on the Warriors football team for well over 2 decades. He was recognized for his efforts this year with the Ontario University Athletics Assistant Football Coach of the Year award.
Pretty big honor. I really appreciate it. You know, I've been at this a long time, and, you know, I'm not looking for accolades, but it's nice to be noticed for your work.
McMirren isn't just some guy in Canadian football. He spent 5 years as a nose tackle with the Warriors, winning a Yates Cup in 1997, and was named an All-Canadian. McMirren attended Hamilton Tiger Cats training camp and played pro football in France. He's also coached high school football for several years.
The kids are all great, so I just keep coming back because it's fun. It's a lot of fun for me. It's the way to keep competing without actually getting beat up on Saturdays. So
we think he's awesome, hard worker. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't ask for a greater coach. One of the reasons why we came to Waterloo.
But that's just the surface of McMirren. He was an avid rugby player growing up and played lacrosse as a teen, a sport he returned to at the age of 30.
I stopped playing rugby because I had too many concussions, so I decided being a lacrosse fighter might be a good idea. So I played 1 year with the lacrosse team. I had to stop playing because I had too many concussions, really.
Despite one season with the Kitchener Kodiaks, McMirren helped the team win a national championship in 2003.
My boss was one of the coaches. I tried out and I made the team and, you know, won a Canadian championship.
Equipped with some massive hands and still wanting to better his body and compete, McMirren then discovered the sport of grip strength, picking up heavy metal and bending steel in his pastime.
I was the 105 champion for the Canadian Nationals last year, but in the North Americans, I was 7th. 2 years ago in North America.
This is all stuff that I've bent.
McMirren says his wife and 2 daughters are also into the heavy lifting in the basement, a commitment to strength that spills over to everyone who knows him.
Strength-wise, I think also maturity-wise, he's a great coach, great person to model after. Overall, great dude.
Yeah, on and off the field.
Yeah.
Colton Weens, CTV News, Waterloo. And here's what you need to know. Grab a hot chocolate and head over to Preston after the show. The tree lighting ceremony happening tonight. Entertainment on stage at 6, followed by the ceremony at 7, with more live music to follow. We'll be right back.
It's time to build a toy mountain.
Make this holiday season merry for so many kids.
Bring new, unwrapped toys to your local Canadian Tire.
All in support of the Salvation Army.
We'll be collecting donations from November 19th to December 24th.
With all donations helping families right here in our community.
Toy Mountain, supported by the Core Group, Goman's Appliances, and the Crack Specialists.
Let's make this the best toy mountain ever.
Visit ctvkitchener.ca for more ways to donate.
Well, in tonight's Digital Dive, a drive-by cupping near Stratford. My teleprompter not really working anymore, but someone in a pickup truck threw a ceramic coffee cup at a passing vehicle. Our online team has you covered with images of the incident online. Just scan the QR code in the corner of your screen or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Well, time now to take a look at our final 5 stories we're following today. We're hearing tonight from the parent who is asking an Ontario court to review whether the Waterloo Region District School Board can require school council meetings to start with a land acknowledgement. Jeff Horseman is part of the school council at Kitchener-Waterloo. Collegiate and Vocational School and says he was told the issue could not be put on the agenda for discussion. He's now turning to the court system.
I thought this can't really be that parents and taxpayers who fund a board are supposed to sit through political statements or recitations of this sort, and we cannot express any dissent and no discussion is permitted. I don't think this is how a free society should operate, and it's not good for an education system for our children.
Now, the board has declined to comment, given the matter is before the court. Now, it's Cyber Monday, another chance for shoppers to find deals ahead of the holidays and for businesses to grow their sales. Shopping services powered by artificial intelligence are expected to play a significant role in what people choose to buy. Software company Salesforce estimates that AI assistants and digital agents already contributed more than $14 billion US to the $79 billion which was spent globally on Black Friday. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency has once again issued a warning about recalled pistachio products due to possible salmonella contamination, the latest in a series of similar recalls across the country. The pistachios and pistachio-containing products from the most recent recall warning were sold in several provinces, including Ontario, as well as online. An extensive list of products and where they were sold is available on the government's website. Charlie Paquette brought Bears down Sunday at the Guelph Storm game, the second fastest goal in the franchise's history of the teddy bear toss, scoring just over a minute into the first period against Sudbury. Matt Siska still holds the record when he scored a minute 13 into the first period in 2009. The franchise has donated over 70,000 toys over the past 24 years. Meanwhile, Kitchener's teddy bear toss is tomorrow, while Brantford's is Sunday, December 15th. And the Cambridge Redhawks also had their teddy bear toss over the weekend. Calvin McQueen scoring on the power play in the first period to make the Bears fly on Saturday. 394 teddy bears were collected for the Cambridge Firefighters Basket Fund. The Redhawks won as well, with Owen Yager scoring the overtime winner. Cambridge now has a 24-1 record after losing to St. Mary's on Friday. Well, that's our time. Thanks for watching. We'll have more local news coverage coming up at 6 o'clock with Tony Grace. But first, here's CTV National News.